Hello everyone, Jeff here, and welcome back to Brotato. As modded, Brotato seems to not be working for me at all. We're going to go back to the basics here and do a how to win with Hunter run. I've seen a bunch of comments on like the Reddit about it, and it shouldn't be that hard. Really, you just have to kind of like know what you're after here, and part of that is the fact that, you know, crossbow's kind of slow to start off with. So let's just look at the stats before we start. Hunter has a lot of range to start with. You get damage for each range you have, or for every 10 you have, you get a percent damage. So range is a very valuable stat. Crit chance mods are increased by 25%. This is super important. And then you don't get to mess with harvesting, which is fine. And HP mods are reduced by 33%. And I think that's the part that gets people. You just have less life to play with. And then crossbow scales off damage and range. But if you look at the actual scaling of numbers, the way like you get upgrades between range, damage, and range, it's more efficient to just take a bunch of range with crossbow, which you'll see as we go on. Now it is pretty easy to just get randomly murdered with this character fairly early on, so that is the thing that happens. If you have to try the first couple waves a few times, that's no big deal. And when I say first couple, I mean like on wave 6 or 7 is when you'll probably know. It was a pretty bad first wave we had. One thing that's important is getting 6 of these quickly so that we have the precise bonus, the medieval bonus for our defenses, and then obviously more weapons is more damage. Since we don't get harvesting, we have to make up for that by making sure we're killing enemies as fast as possible. At some point, if you get enough crit, you can kind of just sit in the corner and you'll kill everything immediately. But that's more of a like mid to late game hunter thing. Beginning, you gotta move around. So attack speed, or not attack speed. Attack speed is important, but I was gonna say movement speed. Movement speed is pretty important here too. I will take range damage over rerolling though. Yeah, let's take attack speed. The first couple waves, since we can't get harvesting, it doesn't really matter that much. Take crossbow, try and get another crossbow. That's pretty good. Can't ask for a better wave 2 shot than that. Because crossbow only pierces on crit, it's very, very important that you get your crit up to 100%, or at least your chance for your crossbow to crit to 100%. There is a difference because your weapons have a base crit chance, and crossbows is it says 41% right now, but we have plus 11, so like 30% ish base crit chance. So getting that to like 80 or so will go a long way. Like, we really want ranged over everything here, but we can just take range damage rather than spend money on it. Now, we can't get harvesting. We don't want melee damage. None of these things do anything for us. We want more crossbows, obviously. Ugly Tooth is something we want. Gentle Alien is almost always good. So we can take those. It's also only wave 4, so we can just take Weird Ghost. It's only 2 HP, but you do need a little bit of HP, preferably, unless you want to try for like a no-hit run, which is doable with this character. But if you can get to like 40 HP, then you're in a spot where you can survive 1 hit in the late game. And if you can survive 1 hit in the late game, you'll do enough damage that it won't really matter. At least that's the plan, right? Part of the genre is the fact that you won't win every run. That's just the nature of the game. I'm gonna take the percent damage rather than reroll here, and I think this is a pretty easy crit chance. Like I was saying, it's important to get our crit very high quickly. And I'm just gonna snap off all 3 of those really easily. More damage, a little bit of max HP, and more enemies, more money. Ugly Tooth lowers enemy speed. I'm not even gonna reroll. And obviously we got the 6th crossbow, so now we have a decent bit of damage. All of our stuff pierces. Enemies are slower when we hit them, which is super relevant. You hope to pick up Baby with a Beard at some point during the run, which gives you a whole nother set of damage going out. But even though it does give you minus range, which you don't want, but it's like essentially another weapon. But yeah, this is how you do it with Hunter. You can also do this with shurikens, but this is the more like traditional way. I think it's worth it to take metal here, even if it is minus a little bit of crit. We just want the rest of the stats. We don't want lens. That's not good. And I'll take dodge. Normally you shouldn't really be taking defensive upgrades if you can help it in the early waves. But I also like taking higher rarity upgrades, like, because it's better value. So it's kind of a trade-off. On any other character, I would say take Scar here because the XP gain is really strong, but -8 range is not acceptable for this character. Another crossbow is pretty easy. Each crossbow upgrade increases the amount of pierces on critical, which is very, very important to get to by wave 9. And then after wave 9, you can start thinking about what your elite / horde situation looks like and where you need to focus. Because if there's a lot of hordes, you really need to make sure you have like your piercing situation good. If there's, you know, all elites, then maybe your single target output needs to be a little higher, so you go for a little bit more damage over, you know, piercing type effects. We can take Baby Gecko. I kind of like it. Coupon's good too. I was just talking about this, but we just took dodge last time. We can do better. 15 luck is better. And 2 range damage. We haven't seen range at all at the level up screen, which is kind of ridiculous. I'm going to take Gummy Berserker because range and attack speed are 2 stats we really want, even if minus armor isn't great. Coffee is great, though. 10% attack speed for 2 damage is a good trade. None of these things matter. There's no reason to reroll again. I think we're okay here. Had I known I was going to take a Gummy Berserker, I maybe would have taken that armor upgrade in the level up screen, but it is what it is. That's just how it works. So yeah, you want to make sure you're picking up all the materials as best you can during the wave. Just due to inflation, like getting it, even though, you know, stuff left on the ground carries over, inflation exists, so you're getting less value. Kind of like real life. Gonna invest your money. 15% attack speed's an insane pickup. And I'm gonna keep taking Gummy Berserkers. This is one of the few characters that I actually get to take it on. Like to medical turret's strong. Medical turret's a good item. I think I'm gonna take it. It just does a lot of good things. Okay, we're gonna lock these two. Getting more gentle aliens by wave 9 is also pretty good. Just because there's so many enemies already, and then you add all the extras on top of that, it's just a lot of materials. One thing you're kind of looking for if this character is like a hunting trophy, because you're already critting so much, it ends up being really good for your economy since you're not allowed to invest in harvesting. One of the other ways to do that is increase your XP gain. Unfortunately, the only real common way to do that is with the item that I mentioned a second ago that I can't remember the name of, that you lose range on, so you don't really want to take it in this character. But if you can find a bean teacher early, it's really, really good. Try and pick up this clump. All right, 300 materials on wave 8's not so bad. I'll take lemonade for $8. We still have somehow managed to not find range pickups. I'm gonna take a look here. Our crit chance is 55%. Yeah, we need better than that. All right, so I'm gonna do combine, buy a purple crossbow, buy the gentle alien. I'm gonna buy the tardigrade too. If you're confident with your dodging, you can buy tardigrade. If you're not confident with your dodging, then worry more about like armor type stuff. It doesn't do you any good if you're getting hit a bunch. But if you think you're getting hit once or twice a wave, then it literally cuts your damage taken in half. Generally, I would advise, practicing not getting hit as much as possible on characters like this. Especially with our extremely low HP, it really helps to have a straight up buffer. We are a little slow too for this wave. Like, I would like to have like 5% more movement speed, it feels like. If we were struggling, what I would do is I would like bury myself in a corner. See, we nullified that one attack just now. I would just like sit in the corner here and let the crossbows do their thing. Sell the duct tape. It's kind of whatever. None of this works. Let's just roll. Maybe we get something better. Damage is fine. Like, you really want range here, but purple damage is good. We'll take. I'll take 5 HP regen. That's not terrible. Okay, coupon and banner is insane for this character because 20 range is also what, 2% damage? Plus the attack speed and the range that we want, plus, crossbow range scaling. Pretty big. Gardens, whatever. Not for this guy. Another crossbow is nice. We have low HP. We have 5 HP regen now. I think it's safe to take a weird ghost. Normally it's a little sketchy at this point in the wave to do it, but, or like on wave 10. We get another banner and a small magazine here. It's easy pickups. And I think we're gonna skip the metal. So yeah, we do need to get some movement speed. Only having 0% on this wave is not really where I want to be. But this is why we got the medical turret, because we can just sit here and heal ourselves back up. So we got a pretty cheap 2 HP there. Like I said, I wanted to get to like 40, preferably like 50 by wave 20, but we'll do what we can. We're really focused on damage at this point. It's more important that we keep our damage up and we're just like one-shotting things. We've been incredibly unlucky with finding range as an option in the level up screen. I wonder what you'd call that screen now that I think about it, because it's not an item, it's like mutation. All right, not bad, not bad. We can take an incendiary turret. The first one's pretty good. All right, well, complaining about it works. So now we got 45 range there. It's good. We'll take some more crit. That puts us at 77% on the purple ones. Pretty good. You could go wild and take a rocket launcher here if you wanted to, but I'm not. Glass cannon is pretty strong. I will say that. If you were interested in doing a full-on glass cannon build, we do have a tardigrade. But I think our base damage is low enough that that's not really what we're looking for right now. Take gentle alien. Well, if you had taken the rocket launcher, then you get explosion size here, and that's like a insane synergy. Me coffee, please. Ricochet is an absolute game changer. Also, Alien Eyes is like just a good item, basically at all times. We have a horde on 15. Yeah, this should be fine. I'm gonna lock those two things. So Ricochet is going to make our AoE kind of ridiculous here. Now, you'd basically play it the same way without a Ricochet, but because we're getting that, it's going to trivialize the rest of the run. In theory, except for the elite waves, because our damage is going to take a hit. But basically, with all the piercing and the bouncing, enemies are just going to get exploded. And I think the real thing to take away from all this is upgrading our crit damage, our crit chance, and then upgrading our attack speed is what's like allowing this to happen. And obviously taking range where you can find it, right? Like range is our most important stat. We just haven't been offered it that much, which is fine. Like, it doesn't really matter. No. Yes. Scope. Yes. Range. Yes. Ricochet. Okay, so we have 71, and now it's down to 55. That's a big, big bump down. Take a Broken Mouth too, just to get some extra damage. Snail's kind of sick. Like, enemy speed down is incredible at all times. Now, unfortunately, our speed is under starting, which is bad. I'm actually going to save here. I don't want to spend 30 on a reroll, and I think we're plenty strong for an elite. Especially after Ricochet. There could have been easier elites, but this is fine. I only say that because our speed is so low. When you have higher speed, it's easier to fight this guy. But our damage is very strong, so not really an issue. Also, don't do what I just did. Don't ever do that. So when you kill elites, there's a full health pickup, and you should realistically always save that, just in case for whatever reason you're in a crisis situation. You can run over and pick it up and go back to full. And you don't lose the box if you don't pick it up. So yeah, that's just poor play. Also me being a little lazy. More focused on talking than playing. Let's see what we get out of the box. A torture. Torture's not typically great. There's better ways to get HP, but the thing is we only have 4 HP regen per second. We have no lifesteal. We're actually pretty negative in lifesteal. The only other healing we have is food, which is good, and the medical turret. Medical turret's really good, but if we could just take torture and just like ignore healing for the rest of the run, I'm fine with that. And that leads us to Poisonous Tonic, which is probably the best in slot for this character. Like the actual best possible pickup. We're on wave 12. I'm gonna take 15 luck. We can do some things. Vigilante Ring before wave 13 is an easy buy. We don't take Cyclops Worm because it's range down. We're almost crit capped. Part of me wants to piggy bank and pass, but we don't really need to do that. We don't have harvesting. It doesn't... I mean, I'm going to take it because it's only 90 materials, and I think we can make use of it. Although this wave is going to give us about nothing because I'm snapping up these wings for the speed that we wanted and a lot of range. Yeah, okay. Well, you know, it is what it is. So this is how you hunter. This is an absolutely terribly powerful hunter build. Normally I'd say runs don't go quite this smooth with it. Ricochet was a huge pickup. But You know, we haven't really gotten that incredibly lucky. No hunting trophies. We just got a poisonous tonic. And I'm talking like the run's over, but for the most part, it should be. The only reason you would die from this point is from like poor execution. We do need to get a little bit stronger before the final boss, but not a lot. You take knockback for 3. This is one of those things where you can be greedy and take like going after damage, but you just take 3 armor here and just you go from 12% reduction to 25%. It's a big deal. You take pumpkin. It increases your bounce damage. Scope is obviously just the bee's knees here. It does lower your attack speed, so it's like relevant. You still need to pick up some more attack speed, but acceptable things. And we take sunglasses. Sunglasses is good. It's actually 12.5% crit, which is a lot. And then, yeah, now we're just casually clearing wave 14. Not really much else to say. Except try not to get hit by the little guys. Now, if you don't have Ricochet, this wave's a little bit harder. By a little bit, I mean a lot. Because you're gonna get into a bullet hell situation at about 15 to 10 seconds, in my experience, if you aren't hunting down the little guys. So that is a thing to worry about, but it comes with practice. And then here, well, we can't heal. We don't do elemental, melee, or harvesting, so it's an easy reroll. I'm gonna take 12 max HP. We only get 9 of it, but whatever. Sunglasses, easy pickup. Insanity is easy pickup. I don't think we need another set of sunglasses though, because we're over crit capped now. Crossbow is nice. We do not need a bandana. This would just lower our damage for no reason. Gambling token's okay, but we're just gonna pass and get a little money from piggy bank. So this is a horde wave. Horde wave 15 can be difficult depending on like your character and build. It's one of the reasons you pick up alien eyes. It doesn't seem that amazing. I mean, it's quite good with Ricochet, but it can, because of how many enemies actually spawn on the screen and start chasing at you and that they spawn at the edges, the alien eyes will defeat a surprising amount of enemies before they even reach you. And if you look at the damage counter at the end of a run, you'll see the alien eyes really overperforms for something that feels so slow. Yeah, we're in absolutely no danger at all. And we're constantly getting stronger. We could take speed here, but I think I'd rather just, yeah, go after some little bit of damage. I don't see any reason to take a weird ghost here. That's like a good way to lose the run. Take crossbow, take small magazine, take another crossbow. Glasses, I don't know where they've been all my life, but buy them, obviously. Get the range higher. Range leads to damage. Tree is an auto buy. If you haven't watched any of my other videos, you'll know that you should know that tree is maybe the only item in the game that you always buy every time, basically, no matter what. Because when you kill a tree, it always drops 3 materials and it has a chance to drop a loot crate, prize box. because of that, you really want to buy as many trees as you can in literally every run. I've not found a build in the vanilla game or any sort of mods where buying trees is a bad idea. So if you learn anything from this video, learn that. Always buy trees. Always, ABT, always buy trees. I hope that's not an abbreviation for something inappropriate. Yeah, we're pretty strong. We're pretty powerful right now. Again, just make sure you pick up everything. Range damage over ranged. Okay, here's some good math. So range damage would give us 1.5 damage on the crossbows. But range gives us, we get 10% of it. So 45 range, it's the same tier, would give us 4.5 damage. Not to mention the damage bonus we get from Hunter. So range is strictly better than range damage. It's good to be able to compare them there. Tree, always buy tree. Lumberjack shirt, likewise. It's very cheap. It gets it out of the shop. It's just effective. I'll take Alien Eyes again. Tentacle's okay, but the problem is its healing effect doesn't work because we have Torture and we don't need 3% crit chance, so this would just be a waste of money. We could take Metal. I don't hate Metal here. It puts our crit chance to a little bit under cap for our non-purple crossbows, but like, well, I guess we have 4 purple crossbows and a red one, so it's just our common one that's affected, but that's okay. So honestly, I still feel like our damage is a little low. It'd be nice to get some more poisonous tonics and some more ranged pickups in the shop, but like, it doesn't matter because the way Ranger works with getting so much crit for free, when you have 100% crit, it's just dumb. Just the double damage is dumb. Like, and then you're getting all this like free projectiles. I walked right into that. That's the first time we've been touched in a while. But it is okay. Because we have decent defenses too. And we have over 50 HP, which is not normally something you get to get this early with this character. Alright, so this is an easy crossbow. Trying to roll for anything here that's decent. I don't see it. I guess we can take a pumpkin for better. Actually, I don't know if this works. I'm noticing we bought pumpkin, but the bounce damage is still minus 50%. So this might not affect it. If someone knows, let me know in the comments, because I think that's important for this video. But yeah, then we have this elite, who's, again, our single target damage is not that crazy. You do kind of want to stay away from him. Especially when we have all this range. He does have a the Rhino does have a very specific pattern. So if you, once you get used to fighting him, he's pretty easy. It just really depends on your ability to clear everything else. Because that's normally what will kill you. Like I said, well, we can pick up his stuff now because we have Torture on, so we can't even heal from it. Which is part of the reason we need to increase our damage, because like, unless we're doing some real good dodging, Torture will not make you outlive the final wave. Heavy bullets is maybe the best thing we could have gotten there. I'm gonna see, like, our damage goes from 100 on that to 112. It's pretty big increase. Sell the strange book, sell the butterfly, take baby gecko. We don't need crit chance. Just take range. Just take range. Don't think about it. And there's another 2 crossbows, so we can combine. Typically, I like to combine to have the, like... I like to upgrade my crossbows evenly, is what I'm trying to say. But sometimes it ends up like this towards the end. And then this is an easy scope. Should probably get some more attack speed here at some point. Even though it... Okay, I'm going to do this for symmetry. I'm just going to roll so we have $0. But you probably should never roll in a situation like that because there's no world and you're going to be able to buy anything afterwards. And being able to look at the next 4 items is probably not worth it. Unless you're really struggling. But the problem is if you're really struggling, it's probably because you're not killing things fast enough and you're not getting enough money. So that's like a whole separate issue. It has been a while since I did a run that wasn't modded. Like, I feel like it's been over a month. So this is a nice, refreshing change of pace back to core value Brotato content, I guess. I don't know. Either way, we're absolutely trolling wave 19 right now. This is an absolute joke. We're going to be untouched going into the last wave. Insel sucks. I think here we can just take dodge. Actually, banner's an easy pickup. We're just looking for damage right now. Any sort of damage. This counts as damage. It's not bad. And then we obviously don't have enough to buy anything, so these are our stats going into the final wave. I think we're pretty safe. We have the torture for HP regen. We have 10 movement speeds enough. And then Ricochet's obviously our AoE clear. So we'll have to do some dodging, of course, but it should be fine. The biggest thing when fighting these guys is just to not panic. We had a lucky dodge there. We should have gotten hit, but that's why we took dodge. Did I put it on endless mode? I may have turned it on endless mode because the wave's supposed to end right there. I may have had that checked. I don't intend on playing endless mode. I was just, whoops. Oh well. The only difference would be if you're not on endless mode, the wave would be 90 seconds long. So you'd have a timer to kill them, basically. But, yeah, it's easy. Can we just, like, end the run now? I wanted to see. Okay, we're gonna die so we can see the end screen now intentionally. We're gonna try and die intentionally. Game. Game, what's happening? Please let me. Let me. Oh no. Oh no, we're too strong. We can't even die on purpose. Oh gosh. Alright, well, thanks for watching the video, everybody. I hope this helped. If it did, please leave a like, comment down below. Let me know if you have any other questions or any other characters you want to see like an Overexplained run like this on. I'm more than happy to do it. I've been, you know, I've got several hundred hours in Brotato now, so I feel like I'm pretty well knowledgeable about the game. And yeah, that's it. Hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see you later. Bye.